let me just say this. NXT is literally this week, once again, the breath of fresh air from all the crap and bullshit that Raw and SmackDown Live has put everyone through this week. And I say this because, let's keep it real about it, okay? It's all cool and dandy, but what does that even say when we're on the road to WrestleMania? The time of the year where we as wrestling fans are supposed to be excited. A time of the year where we as wrestling fans are supposed to look forward to the programming that WWE puts out on a weekly basis. But instead, the only show or two that we're looking forward to that's worth watching and it's exciting to sit through, if you will, on a weekly basis are two shows that have nothing to do with the road to WrestleMania. That being 205 Live. And you know what? Fine, you can say, oh, but there's a tournament involved at WrestleMania. That's fine and dandy, but let's be real about it. That tournament match, the finale, will be probably after Nakamura or Styles in the middle of the card of WrestleMania. It's going to be forgotten. And NXT this week, which is going to have its own respective takeover, but still had nothing to do with WrestleMania period or the road to WrestleMania. What does that tell you? But anywho, guys, what is up? It's me, it's Steve, here back at it one more time with a new video. Thank you all for watching this video, tuning in back into the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Also, while you're here, share this video throughout your entire social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter, what have you, wherever the fuck you share videos. Also, while you're here, again, guys, comment down below your thoughts on the show. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, where I tweet throughout Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, pay-per-views, but above all else with each and every single one of you mother flowers. I want to give a big thank you to the homie himself, Salrex, for the awesome layout that you see here for this video, this overlay, if you will. It has that ESPN vibe to it, just like my Raw review did, just like my SmackDown Live review from last night did, and now here's my NXT one. Again, that ESPN look that it has. I think it's very awesome. And again, if you are a YouTuber or a podcaster out there and you want awesome layouts done for your own YouTube channel, your podcast, or awesome logo, what have you, go hit him up over at Twitter at Salrex Gaming. I have a link to his Twitter handle down below in the description box. You can hit him up, follow, hit him up, and let him see what he can do for you. Okay, he does amazing layout, not just for me, but also other people as well, like OKFabe, Joe Cronin of the Joe Cronin Show, Solid Monster, Big Mike, Russell Recap, to name a few. Anywho, like the title below says, this will be my WWE NXT review recap for February 28th, 2018, the end of February. We're in March. WrestleMania season's almost here. And I gotta say, like I said in the beginning of this review, this week's episode of NXT, once again, is that breath of fresh air that we needed. Period. Okay? A show that just been up and down the card, a very, very good show, nonetheless. But that's my opinion, guys. As always, let me know your thoughts down below in the commentary of this video, or if not, over on Twitter at HeelSteven. And I would love to interact with you guys as well. So the show kicked off with the video package talking about last week's main event between Gargano and Almas, the fourth encounter, where everyone thought that, hey, Johnny Wrestling would gonna get the win, become the champion, and finally, get a win over Andrade Cien Almas. But they showed the whole video package from last week where Candice LeRae did a tope suicida to Zelina Vega, and how Johnny came close to winning, but Tommaso Ciampa came out and hit him with the crutch, which caused Almas to hit the hammerlock DDT, and just all the emotion behind that. Right? That's how they kicked off the show. We found out later on in the night that Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega would be in the ring later on tonight to pretty much do, a post-fight, a post-match, segment, what have you. But we kick off the show with the first match of the night between Velveteen Dream versus Tyler Bate. And I gotta say this match, honestly, was probably the best way to kick off the show. Not just the match as a whole, but it's always that small detail that I always look for in a match. And the small detail here is Percy Watson on commentary. Percy Watson putting over the Velveteen Dream, saying how he feels that one day the Velveteen Dream will be a future champion in NXT. And it makes me to wish, it makes me more to hope to, one day that they will eventually put out a mid-card title NXT. It makes me want that even more, if you will. That's what I'm trying to say here in a nutshell. Okay, but you think about it too, Percy Watson is not supposed to be this heel commentator that supports the heels. But that's the good thing about NXT. You don't have on Raw or SmackDown, like Corey Graves or, Baron Saxon arguing back and forth, or Corey Graves and fucking Jonathan Coachman arguing on Raw every single week. You have that small detail, that randomness, if you will. And again, the fact that Percy's endorsing the Velveteen Dream is awesome as all hell. The match as a whole, again, just a good back and forth match. Apparently, the reason why this is even starting in the first place, from what we found out, is because Tyler Bate referenced the Velveteen Dream's name. It's a random way to start a feud, I get that, but it's always that small detail. It's always that small thing that can spark something here. And these two guys, like I said, just went at it, near fall. Also, at the same time, there's been this whole notion that, Velveteen Dream posted this tweet out a couple days ago talking about how he feels that, he doesn't like it when NXT brings in all these indie guys to pretty much take over and establish themselves over the NXT established guys. And here's Velveteen Dream in this match, trying to, showcase his craft, his abilities in the ring against one of the top guys, if that's in the WWE UK, what have you, in the world, or NXT, whatever, how the fuck you want to refer to it as. All right. But just that detail also as a whole, and the ending of this match, you saw them both on top of the corner there on the top turnbuckle, and it seemed like Tyler Bate was going to go for the superplex, and Dream just crotched him, which caused Velveteen Dream to hit the purple Rainmaker elbow from the top rope to get the win. So in essence, Velveteen Dream wins, and Tyler Bate takes another L to continue on this losing streak that he's been going, which they also reference as well. Nonetheless, again, I feel like the right person went over here. And again, the idea of them putting out their mid-card title makes me want to see it even more. And hopefully one day they do. And I hate being repetitive with this shit, because I know y'all are probably going to say, you keep saying the same shit every single time your NXT review. But I just can't help myself. It's a small detail, okay? We then had the next match on the show. We had Adam Cole versus Cesar Bononi, which apparently Cesar Bononi is the NXT's future star of 2017, per the NXT award that they had. And this match really was more of Adam Cole with the Undisputed Era coming out. And they try to, make a proposition to Cesar Bononi that, hey, you are the future star of NXT, what have you, and the future all lies in the Undisputed Era. So they try to give him a shirt, like an Undisputed Era shirt, to have him join the group. And the whole thing of Cesar Bononi thinking about it, like, oh, should I join or should I not join? And it looked like he was going to join until Adam Cole attacks him. And he got a massive pop. Literally, Adam Cole here was the de facto baby face in this whole thing, right? And it looked like, Adam Cole gonna have his way till Cesar Bononi hits like a massive big boot, takes out the Undisputed Era, but gets distracted. Again, it's those rookie mistakes. And again, it's what you expect from someone that would win the Future of NXT award. Someone that's still a rookie, who's like the rookie of the year, if you will. You expect this person to make these rookie mistakes. And Adam Cole hit a super kick, then a knee to the back of the neck of Bononi for the 1-2-3. Essentially, Adam Cole with a chicken shit way to escape with the assist of the Undisputed Era to move forward here. And again, Adam Cole, in essence here, he doesn't lose anything. He had a good match a couple weeks ago at TakeOver Philadelphia with Aleister Black, and I think the momentum will continue somewhere down the road. And for Cesar Bononi, I'm going to say this too. I said this with Velveteen Dream, the idea of them bringing a mid-card belt, even for someone like him, it benefits it. Someone like Cesar Bononi benefits from that as well, in my honest opinion. All right. But again, for someone like Cesar Bononi, the sky's the limit. I think he has the right look. He has a good positive attitude from what it looks like. So let's see where he goes somewhere down the road in NXT. Even the main roster, I don't know if he'll ever hit that eventually, but we'll see. We had Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler in the rematch from the Mae Young Classic. And they played a video package from the Mae Young Classic, how Kairi Sane beat Shayna Baszler, and how Shayna Baszler came to NXT now as the Queen of Spades, how she took out Dakota Kai, she took out Aaliyah, Ember Moon, and all that fun stuff. The match for what it was an okay match. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my god, this match was amazing, anything like that. Okay, to me, Shayna Baszler is showing improvement in the ring, but I still feel she is still green, and she still has a long way to go, but she's showing improvement. I know it may come off like I'm doing a backhanded compliment, but it really isn't. Okay, that being said, this match, like I said, was an okay match, where Shayna Baszler picked up the win by choking out Kairi Sane. I think they're calling the choke the Kirifuda choke. I apologize if I butchered the name. I fucking apologize. I'm trying to find the right name for this choke right now. I'm trying to find the right name for it. The Kirifuda choke. The Kirifuda clutch. That's what they're calling the move, yeah. And she locks in. So what it is, she goes for like a suplex or a superplex or something like that, a suplex. But then she sits down and cranks in the choke. And Kairi Sane immediately taps out. And the match is over. People are in shock. Oh, Kairi lost, what have you. Which again made sense. 50-50 booking here, what have you. She had to win at the Mae Young Classic. So now here is Shayna Baszler getting a win at NXT. And then she goes to the announce table and just screams out to Morrow, to Percy, and to Nigel that, hey, Ember called me a coward, but I'm calling her out. And she does not want to get in the ring with me. The next time we get in the ring, either I'm taking her title or I'm taking a part of her limb. She walks out. She just leaves and shit. This is going to lead up to a match, I get the feeling, a TakeOver New Orleans, where it won't be a one-on-one match. It has to be a triple threat at this point in juncture. But we'll see where this goes somewhere down the road. We also find out that next week we're going to kick off the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic with the first round match being TM61 versus the Authors of Pain. The same match that was the finale of the last Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic in 2016. They had Paul Ellering do a promo backstage or something like that pre-recorded. Talked about how this is only the beginning and how this will lead to them getting another shot at the Undisputed Era. You had Akam and Razor talking in their weird language and eventually talking in English as well. Which again, it's cool to see that as well in some weird way, shape, or form. I still feel that somewhere down the road, we're going to get the debut of War Machine, and they're going to cost the Authors of Pain something in this tournament. Maybe not the finale, but somewhere before the finale. And I'm predicting this right now. I say you have them have a match at TakeOver New Orleans. War Machine versus the Authors of Pain, where Paul Ellering turns on the Authors of Pain. And eventually, you have the Authors of Pain going to the main roster, and you have Paul Ellering managing War Machine. Because why the fuck not, right? You throw in that swerve. Guys, give me thoughts down below on that idea down below in the comment threads. Whether it's a stupid idea, whether you're with it, let me fucking know. We then had a video promo recorded, a couple, from somewhere in Atlanta that they did. It was the Street Profits. It was them two pretty much interviewing each other about the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic as they are going to go up against Heavy Machinery. And they ask each other who's going to win. Oh, it's Street Profits. They're going to win. It was comedic. Fine. It is what it is. They're growing on me, but it's not like I'm the biggest Street Profits fan. It just is what it is. I don't see them win the tournament. They'll probably make it to the quarterfinal or the semifinals, but that's pretty much it. We'll see where that goes. We then get the big Andrade Cien Almas, Selena Vega segment in the ring. talking about how they pretty much ended the career of Johnny Gargano. Selena Vega talking about how she is pretty much, how this, if it was baseball, right, it'll be a complete sweep. Andrade 4, Johnny 0, and how she is not, feeding off the success of Andrade. She started the success of Andrade pretty much. And how they are the power couple. And Andrade got on the mic as well and started talking in broken English. I'm going to say this with Andrade, and I said this a while back in my previous NXT reviews from back in the summer. I feel like Andrade does a better Alberto Del Rio than Alberto Del Rio did Alberto Del Rio. I feel like once they hit the main roster, that's going to be it. I could have sworn I saw, I think on Twitter or a Facebook post, someone pitched the idea of having a Lucha Libre faction within the main roster. You'll have Andrade Cien Almas, Rey Mysterio, Lince Dorado, Gran Metalik, Kalisto, and maybe Sin Cara, like the Ingobernables, if you will, of WWE. As you all know, Andrade Cien Almas came from, CMLL as La Sombra, and they're part of the faction group Los Ingobernables, which started off the branch in Japan, Los Ingobernables de Japón, of Japón, LIJ, with Naito's running and shit like that. Which is interesting, but I don't think they'll do that, to be honest. They're not going to go out of the way to do that. But back to what happened here, pretty much, right? He talks about how he made Johnny jobless, and how now Andrade is NXT champion. They're celebrating, people going crazy at the same time. And they're leaving the ring. They're by the stage area, center stage. And out comes Aleister Black. They play the music. He's about to get on the mic, about to speak. And gets interrupted by Killian Dane. And there's a stare down between Killian Dane and Aleister Black in the ring. And they go at it. They're brawling in the ring. They're going at it. And Andrade is watching all this shit go down. And that's how they close the show. We find out that next week we're going to get Aleister Black versus Killian Dane. I get the feeling this will be a number 1 contenders match. Or maybe just a regular match. We'll see. But nonetheless, the battle for Andrade Cien Almas, or a shot at Andrade Cien Almas, begins, next week at NXT. Again, a very, very good show by NXT this week. I don't want to come off like I'm dick riding NXT, because I'm not, okay? But when you sit through 3 hours of Raw and 2 hours of the crap that is SmackDown Live, NXT is completely the breath of fresh air that is needed, if you will. But guys, give me your thoughts down below in the comment threads of this video, your thoughts on NXT this week, if you enjoyed it or not. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Make sure you like all my videos. Also, tomorrow, I will be going live sometime in the afternoon, sometime at 7 p.m. time, with my 4th or 5th installment, I forgot already what it is, of Universe Mode at NXT on WWE 2K18. So make sure, again, you're subbed to this channel, hit that bell icon, be notified when I go live, when I upload a video. And as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, it's me, it's Steve, and it's wrestling and whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah.